Well, hey guys, welcome back to my shop. My name is Dema, and in this episode, we're gonna fix my dust collector because it's broken. I'm kind of sad about it. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. So let's go. Now, what I have here is a Laguna C-Flux 3. I'm not really an electric motor expert, but there are some things I could check on my own with the voltmeter to see if those are functioning before I dig it further into the motor. Now I'll show you what the motor is doing. When I do turn it on, it does start to spin, but then it trips the overload switch. So there you can see the overload switch tripped and it never actually kicked onto full gear, but I can hear it spinning. So let's go ahead and check the capacitors. Now you do want to make sure that you discharge those capacitors before you start testing them because you could get electrocuted. Now here we have a 400 microfarads starting capacitor and a 50 microfarads run capacitor. Now I don't have a meter to test these properly, so what I did is I just ended up buying new capacitors and I'm just gonna swap both of them and see if that fixes the problem. If it doesn't, then we're going further into the motor. So let's try it again and hopefully it starts this time. Well, it looks like swapping out both of those capacitors really didn't make any difference. And at this point, I really don't have anything else I could test on my own. My expertise level really stops at just swapping components. So we're gonna have to pull this motor off and take it to a local repair shop. So now that I got the motor removed, before I take it to the repair shop, I can actually feel the bearings are not very smooth. So me being a stubborn Russian, I really like to fix my stuff myself before I hand it off to somebody else. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the motor completely apart and see if I can order some new bearings, swap those out before we really take it to the repair shop. So now that I got the motor completely apart, I can start inspecting all the other components like bearings and any wiring, anything obvious I could see before actually taking it to the motor shop. So just by spinning the bearing here, I could tell that the bearing is getting to be at its last leg and it's starting to make some noise. So we'll go ahead and replace the front and back bearings while we're already in it. Well, I think I found our problem. It looks like the blue wire here, which I'm not sure if that's for the start capacitor or for the run capacitor, is actually shorted out. And I bet you the rotor was contacting this, wore it out, and that's how it got shorted out. The splicing a new wire is actually fairly easy. Even I could do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna order some new bearings. Once those come in, we could replace them, splice in a new wire, put everything back together, put everything back on the dust collector and see if we fix the problem.
2 hours later.
So now that I've got my new wires spliced in, my new bearings picked up, all that's really left to do is put the motor back together, put the dust collector back together and test it. Now I'm not gonna bore you with the assembly because it's pretty much in reverse. So I'll see you in a few minutes when we're ready to test the dust collector.
2 hours later.
Well guys, I finally got the wheel put together. It's pretty much the moment of truth to see if my efforts really fix the problem or if I just wasted my time and I gotta buy a new motor anyway. So let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Well, as you can see, I was able to fix the motor by figuring out the problem myself instead of paying $400 for a brand new motor, and save the motor out of the scrap bin. So what I learned from this experience is it's really rewarding fixing your own stuff. The other thing I learned is whoever put that motor together probably was on a Friday when quality control was out the building. Well, I appreciate you watching. If you watched this far, you might as well give it a thumbs up because you obviously enjoyed the video. And comment down below if you got any questions or concerns, or if you just want to shoot me a message. Well, have fun in the shop, but be safe doing it. See you guys next time. So now that I've got a new wire spliced in, I got my new bearings. So I'll see you in a few minutes when we're ready to test the dust collector.